Hey everybody, welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition. We're currently in Orzammar, and we're gonna talk to Varric. I guess maybe we can't talk to him here. Looks like we're gonna want to head back and do that. So let's head back to Skyhold, and let's see how he's taken things. Oh, also, there apparently is a bug that, I'm not sure if it was recently fixed or not, but we have some armor here that, was unequipped at some point, and I don't know if it becomes totally unequipped or if it's just a bug where it doesn't show, but it's on now. It just won't show in here.
I'm glad to have answers, but shit. The second she showed up here, I knew.
He had that
let
gut
this
feeling.
mess happen. I gave her the Tig. I am not good at dealing with shit like this.
It's tough, man. Just deal with it. Go confront it.
Quit being evasive, tackle it head on.
Sure. You know, it took me 3 years to work up the nerve to confront my brother for trying to kill me. And even then, I couldn't make myself do it without somebody to stand there and hold my hand. If Cassandra hadn't dragged me here, I'd be in Kirkwall right now pretending none of this was happening.
I don't know. I don't think you would be.
You know that's not true. You've worked as hard as any of us to stop Corypheus.
Is that true? I don't even know anymore. Thank you for your help back there.
After all this, do you think you'll see Bianca again?
I always do.
Softy.
What can I do for you, Inquisitor?
Okay, nothing there.
Carry on.
Alright, so looks like... No, we haven't. It's just power. Let's go to the war table, get our affairs in order, and then I think it's probably time to help Josephine or Cassandra. Okay, first things first, we got a lead from the Crows. So we got influence and Glass Fox. My agents are following a number of leads the Crows provided. The Venatori will have a hard time maintaining a foothold in Antiva. Very nice. And over here, Valgamord from Darkspawn. The Grey Wardens fought bravely and with great skill. The town of Valgamord was saved, and the Wardens themselves took a few casualties. They wait for their commands. Find the source of the Darkspawn attacks is unlocked. So that's probably a good thing for Cullen. For Red Jenny, as I suspected, the knight protecting locals from our soldiers. We're using the heraldry of local nobility. We've gained a minor alliance and the assurance that it will not happen again. The Red Jenny Johi is looking into who hired them in the first place. Very nice. Now, what else is left here? Let's check the other side. I like to keep things clean. That side's done. In Orlais, we only have like 3 things going on here. That don't cost any power. So let's see. Let's go with finding the source of the Darkspawn attacks. Darkspawn at Valgamord have been slain, but it remains unclear what brought these creatures to the surface. There's no obvious sign, and I'm concerned that they might still pose a danger. Marquise Buffon has made clear her wishes that we now depart, which leaves me even more suspicious, as most would welcome further help in these dangerous times. The Grey Wardens have volunteered to assist with the Inquisition of this mystery in whatever capacity the Inquisition deems most fitting. We await your orders. I'm thinking Cullen. Let the Wardens spread out and scour the area. They'll find out where those Darkspawn are coming from soon enough. You handled the last one pretty well.
Right.
I think that makes sense. The name of our enemy. According to Dorian, it might be possible to discover who Corypheus once was. Knowing he was human could make him less attractive to Devinter zealots who think of him as a god. Acquiring this information, however, is more difficult than one might suppose. Such ancient information could be found in the Magisterium's library in Minrathous, but the Grand Archivist has also replied to our messages with polite misdirection. Dorian says he is the king of this particular castle and knows it. He might be blocking our efforts out of allegiance to Corypheus, or simply because he can. Liliana suggests go around him. I can send an agent to infiltrate the archive and find what we need, or bribe the man with gifts and favors. This is normal for Devinter and what he expects. No. Send an agent.
Let's see what we have.
And last, do we want to do alliances or dwarven slaves? What do we have for alliances here? Many of the nobility of the Orlesian capital have settled their secondary differences and are rallying behind two families. The de Rossiers are old money, well respected but viewed as traditional and stubborn. The Thibauts rose with a popular merchant consortium and are considered new money and progressive. While the intent of both families was to rival us politically, if we declare for one of them, we may manipulate events in our favor. Lord Pyrian de Rossier has not asked for our allegiance, but may respect our rising might. Lady of Lee, Thibaut, speaks for her investors and is interested in forward-thinking alliances. This seems perfect for Josephine. Draw a number of agreements that tie us to little beyond ceremony. That will gain the initial interest of the Thibauts.
Inquisitor.
All right, beautiful. Those are all longer-term plays. So we're gonna we'll sell a few things. Then I think we could come back and talk to Josephine. Or I guess we just have to head out and head to the location for her. It's not that big of a deal. In terms of armor, couple things we could sell here. Weapons, we found a bunch of stuff. Like, we have so many. Anything with, like an additional add-on, like a grip or a rune or anything like that, I'll try to remove before we sell it. Doesn't seem like there are very many. I'll hold on to the battle axe and the great enchant or the grand enchanter's staff. Or should we even? Let's see, would that help anybody? He's got the blood wake. Let's see. Cold damage or fire damage. This gives constitution crit chance. I like the healing bonus. Does give way more to magic though. And as a mage, that's pretty important. Oh, did we just sell that? Did not mean to do that. There we go. Oh, he's not 15 yet. Okay, well we'll hold on to it. Vivian, same thing. I guess we could even just give it to her. So that, actually, but the other one granted healing, and maybe for her that might be better. So I'd like to switch her and Dorian. They'll probably hit 15 quite soon. So it'll be worth holding on to that. Now, is there anything else we could sell? We've got Bianca Arms 4 now.
Where's my other hat?
Where are you, Varric? Let's go Bianca Arms 4. It's getting to be pretty significant. Much better than it was for a long time. We can grab Aving Module level 2. And I guess, like, we could throw a rune in there. But it makes it so specific. I'd like to hold that slot open for something else. Oh, last thing is, we should sell our valuables, shouldn't we? Okay, now, for Josephine, let's see where we're at here. Go to the Marquis's party. This should be kind of interesting, actually. Well, I'm not totally sure what we can expect. Should be interesting nonetheless. We'll bring Dorian. Let's bring Vivienne, actually. I don't know if Cole's the party type. Mind you, I mean, who else is gonna go? Blackwall's kind of like respectable? No? I have no idea. You know what? It's a party. Let's bring Sarah.
Thank you for seeing me in private, Minister Belize.
I chastise you for taking me from the party, Inquisitor, but the Marquis throws such dull affairs. It's hardly worth it. I assume you wish to discuss your petition to elevate these du Paraquets to a minor lordship.
I do.
Tell me, why should I allow you to pollute the Orlesian nobility any further than it's already been muddled?
That's a great question.
The du Paraquets used to be noble. You'd be restoring an old house of Orlais.
Restoring it far too late. What are the du Paraquets now? Traders? Farmers? Really, it is too much. The very thought causes me pain. What can you possibly provide that will make your petition worth my effort?
We can pretty much do anything you want, but I think connections beyond Orlais would be the strongest for you.
Diplomatic connections that reach far beyond the boundaries of Val Royeaux, perhaps?
I might make use of your ambassador. The Montiliers aren't what they were, but at least they're from proper stock. Arrange for me to be introduced to the court of Antiva. I hear winter is most pleasant by their sea. Very well, Inquisitor. Should you fulfill this bargain, I shall raise the du Paraquets into lordship.
That seemed to have worked. I didn't think it was going to be that simple. And maybe it isn't. Maybe there's something going on that she's going to do something underhanded, but that seemed all too easy. So they patched Dragon Age, and now look. Now we've got the flickering back again that we didn't have. It went away, and now it's back. God damn it.
Well spent. We look like a capital now. Nearly. And it's breaking. Canvas is much more homey when you put it down. At your order. I must return to Val Royeaux to see that everything is in order. Please join me when you can.
Yeah, okay, I can do that. Not a problem. Let's head over there. It would have been nice if she told us while we were nearby. But, it's all good. I guess anywhere in here is fine. I'm gonna bring that same group.
Disaster is what it is, and you know it.
This is a really cool part of Val Royeaux, actually. Very cool.
I received a letter from the House of Repose, Your Worship. They acknowledge their contract is null and void. There is no longer a price on my life.
Okay, well, that's beautiful. So are you happy or are you comfortable?
Glad you don't have to live your life looking over your shoulder anymore.
I regret we were forced to deal with them. that you are endangered by my part in the game. Did I ever mention I used to be a bard?
You were a singer.
Bards entertain the Orlesian court. They sing, play music, make charming conversation, and spy. Many young nobles put on a mask and practice playing the game in such a fashion.
How did you come to it?
What made you interested in becoming a bard?
I was attending a university in Val Royeaux when I learned about bards. There was such an air of romance about them. Stories of secrets, trysts, and fascinating people. A group of us, young gentry from Antiva, decided this exciting life was for us.
It's interesting. I really cannot imagine that.
You seem a bit steady for such an outgoing lifestyle.
Conservative.
The life of an entertainer didn't suit me at all. During one particular intrigue, I encountered a bard sent to kill my patron. We fought. Or perhaps scrapped is the better word. Both of us terrified. We were at the top of a steep flight of stairs. The other bard drew a knife, and I pushed him away from me. You can imagine the result.
Yikes. Well, I think you did the right thing.
I don't see the fault. You survived, as did your patron.
But it was such a waste, Inquisitor. When I took off his mask, I knew him. We'd attended parties together.
I mean, it's
If
his
I'd
choice to
stopped
do it.
reason, if I'd used my voice instead of scuffling like a common thug, I'll always wonder who that young man would have grown into.
He seemed willing enough to murder you for the game.
Perhaps. I feel I'm the last to judge whether or not he would have actually used the blade. In all the commotion... forgive me. I don't believe I ever thanked you for helping me with this.
It's all good. I think your family's... You did this. Results in your family being saved. I think everything's good.
Hold on to it. Don't lose sight of why you came here.
I will never forget you helped save the House of Montillier, Inquisitor. And should you ever visit Antiva, stories of the welcome we'll give you will be told for years.
Very cool. Okay, well, it's kind of interesting the way in which they bring us out here. I think we picked this up earlier when we first visited, did we not? Hello. Like, they bring us all the way out to Val Royeaux, and then, like, we don't really need to be here right now. So, it's kind of interesting that they would do that. You know what, from here, maybe what we'll do is... we'll just go right to... I think it's Caer Oswin. Caer Oswin. Use the world map to travel here. She requires help to prove that Corypheus is behind the disappearance of the Seekers of Truth. So I think we could do that. I've been kind of interested in this for a very long time. Castle of Caer Oswin. Now, let's bring... Okay, so Cassandra's coming. She can kind of be like our frontline warrior, although probably not the greatest at it. Like, I'm almost wondering, has has Vivian gotten a permanent spot on our squad? Like, she's so strong to have now. It's tough. Let's try Varric with his new Bianca upgrades. Not even sure if we're going to be fighting, but I imagine anything involving Corypheus probably going to have some work to do. Okay, that's very open. Explore the castle. Interesting.
Caer Oswin. Odd that the trail should lead us here. Ban Loren is a pious, unassuming man. What has he become involved in?
Maybe it's not by choice.
He might simply be a victim as well.
Let's see what lies within.
Some extra schematics. Now we could go in here, but I want to see what's up this way. Nice. Whoa! Get in there. We got more just around the corner.
Promises. I should have known. The Order of Fiery Promise is a cult with strange beliefs about the Seekers. They've hounded us for centuries.
What kind of strange beliefs?
They believe they are Seekers, the only rightful ones. They say we robbed their powers long ago, preventing them from ending the world.
Ending the world?
The only way to truly eradicate evil in their eyes. The world will be reborn a paradise. It's all nonsense.
It's in its craziness.
Why haven't the Seekers dealt with them?
We have, many times. They simply reappear after a time like weeds. Nobody knows how.
Are these people that can be reasoned with, or is it going to be purely related to death?
Is it possible to negotiate with them?
They're fanatics, drunk on whatever forbidden magic they can find to make themselves true Seekers. This explains why the Seekers might be here, but not the connection to Corypheus.
I understand. Meanwhile, we do have a promotion on Vivienne, which is really cool. And what I want to do is grab Fade Step for her, because we didn't grab it last time. That also means that she can use the Grand Enchanter's Staff. I think that actually works pretty nicely for her. You get a little bit of extra chance to Mind Blast as well, which she has a base in, and it's a giant increase over where she was, so I think that's great. And good timing. There's the key. Getting a lot of tier 2 schematics now, which is great, but from what I understand, it's best to wait until tier 3 as much as possible. Oh yeah.
A Seeker. Did they torture him to death? The promises will pay for this.
Well, I found a couple promises here for you. Death from above. Now these foot soldiers, nothing crazy about them. Oops. What are you getting hit with? Whoa.
As the Seekers of Truth have proven resistant to the effects of red lyrium, the Elder One has seen fit to place them in your care. Reclaim your destiny, and know that the Elder One expects your devotion as repayment. Signed by Lord Samson, Commander of the Red Templars. Does Corypheus not realize the promises want the world to end? What use are they to him?
So he sold the Seekers to them?
So Corypheus sold the Seekers to these cultists.
And they leapt at the chance, of course. But this doesn't explain how he captured the Seekers in the first place, or what's been done with them.
Yeah, because they would still...
We must keep looking.
Yeah, why are they resistant?
The letter said Seekers were resistant to red lyrium.
Our abilities grant us many gifts, but a resistance to red lyrium's corruption? That seems strange. Although it would explain why none have numbered among the Red Templars. And thus Seekers would be useless to Corypheus. He would have no leash to hold
That's
us.
the thing, right, is he's got this hold over them.
We'll find them, Cassandra.
I know we will. One way or another.
Very weird. Oh. It's a creature research item. Bring it to a creature research specialist to learn more about this type of creature. Red Templar Archer Bow? It's a strange creature. Holy fog, Batman. Ouch! I think this is only going to get more painful the deeper we go here. And I'm well aware of what that sounded like. Still find a lot of junk, though. Not everything's gonna be perfect. What do we have here? The Order of Fiery Promise. Consider the time in which the original Inquisition existed. The First Blight had devastated the world, tearing down the mighty Tevinter Imperium and leaving nothing in its place. Just as there were several cults of Andraste vying to become the true inheritor of the Prophet's faith, there was more than one group claiming to represent the one true path to deliver the world from chaos. The Order of Fiery Promise was one of these, a band of men and women who decreed that not only was the end of the world nigh, it was necessary. Thedas must be cleansed with fire and reborn as a paradise. They will solemnly promised, or this they solemnly promised. They devoted themselves utterly to seeing this come about. Whether they ever drew close to their goal is unknown. The Inquisition eventually crushed these promisers during a battle recorded only as the Cleansing of Chernow. The cult reappeared in the early Divine Age, claiming to take up the Inquisition mantle after it. The Inquisition's mantle after it had transformed into the Seekers of Truth, leading the Chantry hunt that did not see the Promisers eliminated again until the Exalted Age. Okay, so we know it's gonna get nutty here behind whatever this is. And, oh, maybe not. Hold on. What is with all this fog? I mean, it could be wrong, but this might be a weird patch thing.
Daniel! Daniel! Can you hear me?
Oh no.
Cassandra. It is you. You're alive.
As are you. I'm so glad I found you.
No, they put a demon inside me. It's tearing me up.
What? You can't be possessed. That's impossible.
I'm not possessed. They fed me things. I can feel it growing.
Is there anything that we can do?
Can we do anything?
I don't know. This thing inside him.
The Lord Seeker. You have to find him.
Of course we'll find him. If he lives, we'll...
Lucius betrayed us, Cassandra. He sent us here, one by one. An important mission, he said.
Oh yeah. Okay, great.
Lies. He was here with them all along. He's still working with them.
Well, there's the connection.
But we met Lord Seeker Lucius in Val Royeaux. He couldn't have been here.
That wasn't him. It was a demon, masquerading.
We met him a long time ago.
How could that be?
The Lord Seeker allowed it. He let the demon take command while he...
Came here.
Would he really work with these cultists?
I intend to find out.
Wait. Don't leave me like this,
Oh no.
please.
Oh no, don't make me do this.
You should have come with me. You didn't believe in the war any more than I did.
You know me. I wanted that promotion.
Go to the Maker's side, Daniel.
Oh no.
You will be welcome. He was my apprentice. I have never known a finer young man. Now we find Lord Seeker Lucius.